And of course, Meredith, we had our turntables rounded. That was very enlightening. And soon we shall jump into our one-on-one round. But before that, we have this halfway segment, ladies and gentlemen, where we learn a little bit more about each of our contestants and our bachelorette here. All right, Jason. Fun fact about Jason, ladies and gentlemen. Jason, you love watching The French Chef, Julia Child. Tell us more about that.
Oui Oui. Yes, I have a culinary heart. I love to follow her chefly attitude, and I like that accent. That might have to come up in the bedroom.
Oh, things are getting hot in this kitchen. All right, and bachelor number 2, Peter. Fun fact about Peter. Peter loves bird watching. You're a bird watcher.
I am, it's true. I had a big day. You guys know what that is? A big day? My birds migrate along the corridor, along the east. So there's a lot, and you try to get as many as you can. I was in the record books in 1968. The biggest day. And on the big day. It's a bird thing.
I don't care. Hey! All right. And Ron, fun fact about Ron. Ron hates the snow. Interesting.
I do. I hate to say it. I hate getting wet and cold. I'd much rather be inside by the fireplace, snuggled up under a bearskin rug.
Well, wow, Ron. Things are heating up here for sure. And of course, Meredith, fun fact about Meredith. Meredith, you love to surf.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I love to surf.
Yeah.
It's something I've done since I was 5. My father taught me. My father was a championship surfer.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little bit dangerous, and we'll see how tumultuous these waves may get, huh?
Well, you either go over or under.
Well, sometimes you want to do both. All right, so now we're going to go to our one-on-one round. So imagine it's been about a year into the relationship, and we got to see what has now transpired, one-on-one. And in this round, each of you will stand, come center stage, and show us. Tell us. Talk about it.
Well, come on, Jason.
Don't be shy.
So, let's imagine that we're looking at a piece of property for your your refuse station, and we're looking at this particular piece of property. It's about 15 minutes from the ocean, North County.
Wow, and it's so open, and I could see so much potential. Right here, I could think just a huge mound of rotting fruit, and maybe Meredith, right here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go here. All of the cars that are set to be demolished.
Oh, wow. Oh, you should get one of those car-crushing machines.
Yes.
Oh, that would be so amazing.
This would be so great. As I was saying, I've had dreams about being a big trash man, and I really appreciate you coming through on this offer, taking me out here, and I want to follow through on your dreams as well. So,
Well, pretty soon after all the refuse gets put in there, then they create subdivisions, and they build on top of it.
yeah.
So eventually we could sell it and make a lot of money.
And open up your own chiropractic center. And I use my art to inspire people to come in.
Yes.
I could just imagine an old radiator and maybe a prosthetic leg. And it would be you. It would be you, and you would be putting your fingers on someone's back, and I could imagine this massive thing on top of
I like massive things. I think it would be great if they were just a little crooked.
Meredith, I think that I could really see us together. having
Yeah.
a lifetime and
Yeah.
expanding our horizons.
How are you at social functions?
Oh, well, I mean, what's the dress code?
Well, like, imagine like a tuxedo, and it's for, you know, like fundraising things and the, yeah, and I could meet other chiropractors and make connections and.
I don't know. I'm not really good at social occasions or being fancy or, you know, wearing clothes that are made out of materials that are nice and stuff.
What if I got one from the Goodwill store?
Well, now we're talking.
A used one with like a couple of little slight imperfections, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be more of my speed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could talk to all of them. Like, what would I say to people?
Well, you
Philanthropy.
surely you've been to parties before and you've schmoozed, right? Like at junk parties and stuff. Like don't they have like dumpster conventions and stuff like that?
Yeah, but at the dumpster conventions, they're not that chatty, you know. We just grab an old beer that we find behind a building. And we all stand around and, we smoke. We don't really chat a lot. Would you want to come to one of those?
Well, you know, it's hard to walk.
This beer's a good vintage, 52.
It's rusty.
It is rusty. Well. Thank you very much for this one-on-one round. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was quite interesting then, Meredith.
Yeah.
Rusty beer cans,
Yeah, you know.
massive sculptures,
Yeah.
decomposition.
Well, yeah. In organic matter, right.
Yeah, well. And now you get to choose our next contestant for our one-on-one round. Meredith, who will it be? Peter or Ron?
Let's go, Peter.
All right, center stage.
So yeah, like, imagine we're on one of those cruises that you took me on that first time. Only this time it's a 2-week cruise.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
First one, I imagine the first one went so well that we decided to go again. Maybe this time we would have decided to go around the Bahamas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a nice fancy cruise, but they're extra strict about the schedule here, so don't get us left behind. We had to pay a lot of money for that speedboat.
Well, I
From
can't help it.
Greece, remember? It was, I mean,
You can afford it though, right?
no, I can't, but it's better to just, show up before they raise the game plank.
It was exciting though. You loved it.
It was exciting.
Didn't it make you get a thrill inside of you when you thought we weren't gonna make it back to the boat on time?
I feel that as anxiety, babe. It makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, I could adjust you for that.
Oh, hey. You don't need to work around me, okay? You get to relax. You're my queen, my lady.
Really?
Yeah, take a seat on this beach chair. I'll bring you a drink, one of those fruity ones with a little umbrella in it. Just relax, okay? This is our time to spend together. You know, you just getting your chiropractor business up. I know your hands are tired.
Yeah, they do get sore.
And we haven't got a chance to spend a lot of time together because I'm still #1 in the tri-state area.
I know.
But
Yeah. Are you still gonna go to that vacuum convention, the Hoover 1973 Hoover convention?
Well, yeah, it's a tradition. We go to Vegas and we go to the Hoover Dam and, you do shots along the way. It's pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous, those guys, huh?
Well, like, if you do it again this time, maybe you don't take as many shots, and maybe you behave a little better, and maybe I could come with you?
Oh, I'd love it if you came with me. Except there's a no wives policy. I'm sorry.
Well,
No,
we're not married!
I want you to go. I would, if it was my decision, you would be coming.
Oh.
But it's like an old boys club. You wouldn't have any fun. We don't do much anyway. Just a lot of drinking and smoking and steaks, and there's a poker game, and I gotta lose the right amount of money because I'm #1 in the tri-state area. Those guys are broke, you know what I mean? Poor saps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I know that there's a gambling casino on this ship, and
Yeah.
um,
Do you want to go?
I kind of don't want to go.
Oh.
I think it's not good for you to gamble, and maybe you've been drinking a little too much, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Your judgment's off, and
I mean, it feels a little preachy. We barely get to see each other.
well,
Don't be so
Meredith, if
tight,
I may
Meredith.
interject real quick. I know what it's like to hold emotions back. I've always been one to care too much about what people think about me, especially how I look being a celebrity and all. And I know what it's like to hold back anger, and I can see anger boiling up inside you. And I want you to let it out. I want you to tell him what you really think. He doesn't watch us for wives only, but you're more than just a wife. You're the love of his life. You're the backbone to his life. Tell him. Let it out, Meredith.
that's right, Peter. I mean, last time you came back, there was lipstick on your collar, and I know that none of the men in the Hoover convention wear lipsticks. So how do you explain that?
Well,
And why can't
we go to strip clubs, all right? And the girls are very handsy. That's how they earn their tips. Listen, I'm a faithful man. I know that you bring a lot to the table when it comes to infidelity. I know you've had your boyfriend David, and like he broke your heart. But I'm not him, okay? You gotta trust me out there. I'm not gonna go around and knock on doors and just let myself in and make love to housewives anymore. I'm past that, Meredith. Okay? When I commit to you, it's only to you. You gotta trust me, though. Without trust, these relationships are nothing. Can you do that?
no more gambling, no more drinking, and if they do have showgirls or dancers, then go to another room.
Another room, wow.
I mean, without them.
Sweetie. I love you. I love you. I do. That's why we keep doing this thing, even though it seems so hard for us. We never really got off easy, but there's just something about you that brings me in closer. But you're not going to change who I am. You either love who I am, or you don't. You know?
You either love who I am, Meredith, or you don't.
If you can't love me and trust me, then maybe we should just move on, you know?
And moving on, we will. Thank you very much, Meredith and Peter. Wow, Meredith, how are you feeling about this so far? Looks like this relationship might be collecting a little bit of dust, Meredith.
Fine, move on.
All right, Ron and Meredith, you're up on deck.
Hey!
Hi.
Are you gonna take me to your new Mustang?
Oh yeah, I am. Hey,
Awesome.
Pat, could I borrow that chair for a moment?
Of course you
Oh. Who's driving?
You. Wait, is this a European model? Or American model?
It's all American. You're going to sit here. Let me open that door. No, just sit down.
There's something about when we do these things together. I guess. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! Every day is fun with you.
Imagine we're driving down a country road. We've been together now for 14 months, and life has been great. And I haven't mentioned Sheila in a really long time.
Yeah. I noticed that the radio station was tuned to K101.
Oh, yeah, but if that's the case, I would just change it. Don't worry about
And
that.
that 8-track tape in there was her favorite tape.
That's just like a memento, if that were to be there. But I wouldn't do that to you. No, believe me. It's me and you, Merida.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, you know what I would do? I would point out that this day, I took you right back here to Inspiration Point, which was our first date.
Oh,
Because this is our 16-month anniversary.
that is so romantic.
Yeah. and
I
there'd
love
probably
it.
be like a full moon, and the beautiful lunar rays are streaming down on your hair. There's a gentle breeze blowing through because the convertible top is open.
It's beautiful.
And I would turn to you and I would say, I love you, Sheila.
You know what? You're not such a good driver.
And before you get into that car accident, maybe you should step out of that car and come back into the safe zone. Well, well, well. Freudian slips indeed, Ron.
Yeah. I knew it. You didn't have to say it.
Well, Meredith, that was a rough ride.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about all these three?
I think that it's proof of kind of like what's been going on in my life, and that is that, you know, like after like several months you can't trust a guy. I mean, I could trust one guy, but then it didn't work out. But I think that all guys are kind of not cut out for this long-term thing.
And let me tell you something from experience, Meredith. You really can't trust anyone, male or female. Trust me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the fun part of our show where, oh, I said, commercial break. We're going for a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, and cut.
Cut for commercial.
Good job, everybody.
Pat, I want a one-on-one. I want a one-on-one.
During the admission, I went and spoke with my lawyer. There was a piece of evidence that they overlooked. It's all cleared out.
I'm not talking about that anymore.
I'm just saying that I've been acquitted, that's done. I don't want to talk about that anymore either.
Well, then just imagine that I want to come home.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Why, Pat?
Because I'm in love with Catherine.
Pat, really?
I've had feelings about you since the moment I laid my eyes on you.
And the night we spent together, it meant something to you?
It meant everything.
It meant a lot to me, too. There's a reason I've been a little distracted lately.
Yeah?
I'm pregnant. See?
Am I the father?
Of course. I've never been with anybody else in my entire life.
Oh my God! Catherine! This is amazing!
What are you doing? Get off of him.
Wait a minute. It was you, wasn't it? Your mother?
Oh my God. You said you were on a business trip. Las Vegas?
It was a business trip, but one drink led to 5. But we were completely sober the next night.
When it actually happened.
That was the best night of my life.
Mine too. And you told me that you were leaving her. But I didn't know that you had feelings for me.
Now you know.
So that's why you killed my mother.
I didn't kill her.
The cameras are rolling, Pat.
I didn't kill her. It's over.
I know he didn't kill her because he was with me that night.
I was. There's nothing you can do anymore. You'll be hearing from my attorney in the morning. Catherine? I don't have a ring, but will you marry me?
Yes!
Yes?
Yes!
You hear that? You hear that? I found love. I found it.
Sheila, watching this beautiful moment of true love play out right in front of us has really made me come to understand something about myself. I'm over you. I'm sorry, but I really am. I think I've fallen in love with Meredith. It's ridiculous. We've only known each other for about 45 minutes on this show. But I think I've fallen in love with her, and I realize that this isn't healthy for either of us.
What do you mean? I'm fine with you not being over us since I broke up with you, but you're really gonna end our friendship?
Don't you understand? This isn't really a normal, healthy friendship. We're like substitute boyfriend and girlfriends. You haven't dated since we broke up.
Maybe you're right.
I'm totally right.
One last hug?
No.
Well, I guess this is it then.
We don't have to be enemies now. We just have to go off and live our own lives. There's so many wonderful men out there for you. What are you waiting for?
I guess I was waiting for you, Ron. I hope you're very happy, both of you, or whoever you end up with. I'll send the box with your things you left.
You okay?
Yeah.
That was a brave thing you did.
You think so?
I do.
Because I've come to look up to you as a father figure.
Does that make me your mother figure?
Yeah.
I'm honored, Ron.
I'm so proud of you for finally divesting yourself of this past relationship.
I'm proud of you too, son.
Because you see, I've never really had a mother or father of my own, you know. I was an orphan at a very early age, and I grew up in the Detroit Ford Motor Orphanage.
You know, Ron, you're older than me by about 15 years off the
I really appreciate that.
Of course.
Did I do the right thing?
You did.
Yeah. As long as you're really sure.
I hope that I can find a nice girl like you and knock her up, too.
And maybe you will. And speaking of which, we should get back. All right, everybody, places.
Let's get back. Let's keep it light and fun. Right? Things are so good now.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the main game. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fun part of the show where we'll get your input. Now, when I place my hand over each contestant, we will gauge how you feel if that person is right for Meredith or maybe not. So whenever I place my hand over a contestant, you will cheer, and with the rating of your applause, we will know how you feel. Contestant number 1. Jason is the front runner, huh?
Wow.
But of course, this is ultimately up to you. That's mainly just for show. But no matter what anyone else says, your heart is the true judge. Okay? And with that said, we're going into our It's Getting Serious round. Yes. Now we're at about 5 years into the relationship, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years, Meredith. Let's see where you are at. Contestant number 1.
Sorry, Meredith. I'm not used to that much attention. I'm not used to the spotlight.
But you would look so good in a perfectly tailored tuxedo, and you hold yourself really well with other people.
Meredith, okay. Imagine we go to one of those conventions, and here, come up with me, and I'm in this tuxedo, and I feel ridiculous, okay? I don't belong with these people, all right?
But you look so good. You belong.
Meredith, I've known this for a long time. That's why I chose it as my profession. I'm trash, okay? I'm nothing. I'm not meant for glitz and glamour. I'm not meant for big old San Diego, all right? Maybe I just want to go back to El Cerrito. maybe I'm not good enough for you.
Well, Jason, I try to tell you all the time how much I care about you and how much I believe in you and I want to support your dreams. But at some point, you have to believe in yourself. And I cannot be always the person that does that for you. I'm gonna start feeling resentful.
I'm sorry, you know, it's just, I keep telling you about my upbringing, you know, I didn't grow up in some fancy orphanage or anything like that. I had real parents, but they didn't love me. They kept shoving me down, telling me that I was no good, that I was some stupid hippie who wouldn't do nothing. And it's still ringing in my brain every night when I'm, you know, kicking you in her sleep. I'm just thinking about what my parents told me, that I'm no good. And I'm no good, Meredith. I'm sorry, I can't wear this ridiculous thing.
Don't do that. Can't you just do this one thing for me? Can't you just step outside your comfort zone and stretch things a little bit to help me? I've tried to help you, but I feel like you won't help me. Is this all you can do? You can't just get uncomfortable for a couple hours and then stretch your comfort zone a little bit?
Not here. I'm comfortable back in the dump. I have to go for a second.
Wow. Oh, that's a first. That's a first, Meredith, I have to admit. Well, but you'll be back. Don't worry. Yeah, now let's see. It's getting serious with Peter here. 5 years into it.
So, you're still doing that same tri-state territory, and
Still number one.
and
Hey, I imagine after 5 years your business is booming. You're in San Diego. You've got that spot in La Jolla you always wanted.
yeah, thank you for helping
That's
me
great.
with that. And
And our relationship is nice. You know, we stay connected. We fly out